2 days back to back. We grinding. It's Friday morning, August 8th. It's a good day to be better than yesterday. It's late. It's 12:43 my time. I wasn't even really gonna come on live, but we being disciplined, man. We being disciplined, showing up when we don't feel like it. We could back test a little bit. We could talk a little bit about fitness. Let's get into it. It's not gonna be a long live tonight. Maybe about 15 minutes. Get off here about 1 o'clock, maybe. I was on YouTube for a little bit earlier. Not YouTube, but TikTok. I was on TikTok for a little bit earlier. What's up? If you're new in here, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you from if you're new in here. I'm about to pull up my charts. We're gonna do a little bit of back testing. We're gonna do a little back testing. $12:45, man. Shout out to Kaylee K. Shout out to Kaylee. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Eric. Kaylee. What's up? How you doing? Music and videos. I see you. Hello, I just got a brand new phone, which is my mom, so yeah. Mason's lovers, what's up? How are you doing? Nice to meet all of y'all, man. I hope y'all having a great day. It's Friday. Let's have a great day. Love, fitness, and positivity over here. Love, fitness, and positivity. Good energy only. Hey, man, what's your thoughts on Dirk? I mean, he doing this thing, man. I'm doing good. Mason, where you from, bro? Who is it? King Eric said, go to work. You go to work, bro. We need bosses and we need workers. You go work, I'm gonna be a boss. Eric. That's how we gonna play that one, Eric. You go be a worker, I'm gonna be a boss. Little E, little Eric. New York, shout out to New York. I'm from Ohio. Yeah, I just got on here. I just got on music and videos. I've been on for about 2-3 minutes. Who is my favorite music artist? G Herbo. Who is yours? You been to Ohio before, Mason? You America? I'm from America too, man. Is your job collecting welfare? Collecting welfare? Nah. I wasn't even thinking about anything like that, Blood Visions. But since that's on your mind, since you're thinking like that, you must be, a victim of that. You must be a victim of collecting welfare if that's on your mindset. Yeah, it's cool over here. It's definitely human, man. It's definitely human. You know, anytime somebody projects something on you, that's really what they going through. We mature over here, you know, so when you mature, you see through that. I see through people like that. It's too easy. What logic is that? The logic is that you thinking about it, that's on your mind, that's what you projecting on somebody else. I'm not thinking about that. You thinking about that, so that's on your mind, bro. Shout out to music and videos. What's up, Carter? How you doing? Blood Visions, what logic do you make, bro? What logic do you make? I don't think you have any logic behind what you're saying, bro. You just on the internet typing. You doing great. Where you from, Carter? Do Blood Vision. If you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything. Let them know, Mason. Good vibes only over here, man. I push fitness, good vibes, good energy. Rounding your kind up and sending you to the sun. Yeah, I'm not worried about what you talking about, bro. You just yapping. I've been on here for maybe 5 minutes. You've been waiting for somebody to come on just so you could just yap. You've been waiting to yap in somebody comments all day. I haven't been on, this is my first YouTube. I've been on TikTok live twice today. It's my first YouTube live and we got somebody already been waiting to yap. Launch us into the sun. You're gonna be launched right with us, bro. You're gonna be launched before we launch. Actually, you can't even stand the sun. How about that? You can't even stand the sun. You're gonna burn up. You're gonna burn up. You're gonna need some tannin. What is it called? I don't even know what that stuff called y'all be using. What is that? What is that cream stuff y'all be putting on your bodies to try to not get dark and burn? Weirdo. Sunscreen. You're gonna need some sunscreen. We would throw you to the sun, Blood Visions, but you can't even handle the sun without using sunscreen, bro. Houston, shout out to Houston, Carter. They said don't sweat what these fools say. Nah, I'm not sweating it. I'm just, making content. After I hit the end button, it's over with. I don't use sunscreen. 60 IQ doesn't even know what sunscreen is. Man, how did I not know what sunscreen is if I'm the one that can't? I said what the name was, so clearly I do know what it is. I'm not offended by that. All you doing is helping the algorithm. You doing the same thing that people do on TikTok, bro. That don't make me mad. I don't care about that. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm not offended by you just dropping. You helping the algorithm. The more you comment hateful stuff, the more you telling YouTube that you like the video, and they gonna push this video to more people. So keep helping, bro. You not a hater, you a helper. You helping me right now. I'm not mad at you because you helping the algorithm. I struggle to think of it. I'm pretty sure you struggle to think of stuff too, bro. Just because you can't remember something at the moment don't mean you got a low IQ. Low IQ people project hate, project negativity. That's a low IQ. You got a low IQ. You projecting hate and negativity in the world. You got nothing good coming to you, bro. Nothing good comes to a hater, a troll, or a racist. I don't make anything from YouTube. I have less than 10 viewers. You're included in that 10. How about that? Let's add you into that 10. And it's always the people that, be hating and they try to comment when you only got 5, 6 people in the video on your lives. They do the same thing on TikTok. When I got 5, 6 people on TikTok, they always say something like, you only got a couple people. But when it's 200, 300 people in the lives, they know where to be found. Nothing to say when there's more people in the live. And even if it's only 5 people in the live, that's still a good amount of people. If it was 5 people sitting right here and I'm talking to 5 people, that's more people that's on your, it's more people, 5 people is more people than you will ever have on your live, bro. He said, I am included and it still does nothing for you. I don't need you to do anything for me. You commenting is doing enough for the algorithm, bro. You commenting, you being here is just telling the algorithm, telling YouTube that it's people watching the video. Good or bad, it's still gonna push me, so I don't even care. I'm not on here to be liked. I'm not on here to be friends. I'm on here to grow. And you commenting is helping. He said, well, of course I won't be around when there's 300 people, then you would be less likely to see my comments. So that just let me know that you on here just looking for attention basically on the internet with random people, which means that you must not have a life. If you're looking for attention from random people, you must not have a life. Because if you had a life, you had some motion, you had something going on, you would be doing your own thing. You would be on live. You would be creating. You would be, you know what I'm saying, with your family. You wouldn't be just hating. Music and video said, I like your voice. Hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day too, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, showing some love. Next time we'll work out on here. I get it in live too. I come on here, get it in live. You know, y'all gonna catch me. Do you not understand that? I'm not looking for attention, bro. I'm on here just networking with people. I'm not looking for attention. You got the wrong perception. Looking for attention is me coming on here just doing anything, trying to get some attention. Me coming on here to just communicate with people, meet new people, that's different than looking for attention. Do you understand that? You understand what's going on? I don't think you understand what's going on. And I know that you don't have a business either. I could tell you don't have a business. How is networking going for me? Networking has been going great, bro. I've been able to talk to people from all over the country. You name a state, I've talked to somebody from there networking. And my business, you know, I have a booty and abs challenge. I have the FitZay 365 home body weight challenge. I have ebooks. People have been buying the ebooks in New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Florida, Kentucky, California, Georgia. My challenge has been going all over the states. So, and somebody in the United Kingdom bought a challenge too. So I think networking has been going pretty well for me, bro. If I'm from Ohio and people in a different country in the United Kingdom is buying my products from me being online, I think I'm doing all right. That's how you put a hater down. What's your next rebuttal? What's your next rebuttal? I'm too good. I'm too good at this, bro. Am I a con man? No, I'm not a con man. I'm legit, bro. I got an LLC, you know? I'm just trying to take care of my family. Like I would hope you trying to take care of your family. But you got the right mind, you got the wrong mindset. So with your mindset, I could tell you not trying to take care of your family. You're not worried about generational wealth. You worried about the next man. You counting the next man pockets, what the next man doing. You worried about the next man. That's what you doing, bro. Don't look like it got me very far. You don't know me. You don't know what's got me what. You don't know me. That's why, because you don't know who I am. Don't argue with the fool because I'm from a distance. You could tell who he is who. Nah, facts, Danny. You could definitely tell who is who. You could definitely tell who is who on here. I always say that, even on YouTube, on TikTok, it takes a second to tell who's real and who's fake and who's a troll and who's a hater. You know what I'm saying? It takes a second. So the first message, you know, usually people like to say where they from. Some people like to greet you. How you doing? How's it going, man? How you, like, what's up with you? Whatever, you know. But if they come off and they say something negative or just low frequencies or like, you know, you can already tell what kind of person that is. You keep talking about the sun, bro, and you allergic to the sun, gang. You allergic to the sun. Why you keep talking about the sun? Sunscreen boy? You a boy. You a little boy on this app. Why don't you go back to Africa and help your people there? You must not care about them. Why don't you go back to Europe then? If you want me to go back to Africa, why you don't go to Europe? And I was born in the United States. Why would I go back to a country that I wasn't born in? How does that sound? I'm supposed to go somewhere I wasn't born? Come on, bro. You got a low IQ. Low IQ. Don't that sound familiar? He wants me to go somewhere I wasn't born. Sounds like a low IQ. Sounds like a low IQ. That's where my ascendants from, or my ascendants were. Yours is in Europe. Go where your ancestors or whoever from, bro. Why you trying to control my life? Why you trying to control where I'm at? Control where you at? Control your family. If anybody even cares about you, bro. With your mindset, though, I could tell nobody care about you. I wouldn't care about you with that mindset. I don't know if you in Europe or Asia. It don't matter where you at, bro. Why does that matter? Makes me no difference. I don't care where you at. What does where you at do for me? Danny said, I like your vibes, my bro. Keep it up. I appreciate you, Danny. Appreciate you for being here, man. You know, it's always good energy. I'm just responding, you know what I'm saying? Just like, just responding. That's any other time though, we pushing workouts, good energy, good vibes, positivity. I'm just responding though. He said, you keep telling me to go to Europe. How do you know I'm not already there? Because you wouldn't be saying that if you was already there, bro. Mason Lovers, what's up? He said, I don't care where he was born. I don't care about where you was born, bro. Okay, when did you start this channel? I started this channel. That's a good question. Let me give you an exact answer. Let me give you an exact answer. I started my channel in 2020, but I really haven't put my foot all the way on the gas until like this year, honestly. He should go to the Ape Island. Bro, let me tell you this. I'm not a little kid, bro. I'm not in elementary school. I'm not in middle school. I'm a grown adult with kids, a family. You saying little immature insults don't affect me. It don't bother me. I'm just telling you straight up. Just letting you know. You wasting your time. That's what you just wasting your time. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. You just wasting your time, bro. You helping the algorithm, but you wasting your time because if your goal is to upset me, I'm not upset because it's just the internet, bro. Why would I let somebody with a fake profile and somebody I don't know make me upset? You ain't harmed me. You haven't harmed anybody I know. You don't. There's nothing for me to be. You just on the internet commenting like everybody else. After you get off here, it's gonna be another person that come on here saying the same stuff. Tomorrow, it's gonna be the same people saying the same stuff. Next week, it's always the same people. You always got the same. It's always somebody that's gonna troll, hate, racist. They all do the same thing. Now, if you was provoking me, if I'm on here arguing with you and I'm mad, now you got you one. But you can't get under my skin, bro, because I don't care. What you saying don't pay my bills. It don't do none of that for me, bro. You just on the internet throwing rocks and hiding your hand. I know he don't know who I am. I'm probably 120 pounds, super skinny. I probably would never even speak if he was in my face. But I'm gonna throw these rocks and I'm gonna hide my hand because he don't know who I am. That's all you doing, bro. I know how to play the internet. Cap, what's up? Hello, how are you? For God, this people, they are being mean because they have a lot of bad stuff going on, so do not believe them, guys. I hear you, music and videos. I hear you for sure. I'm just responding, that's all. I'm not upset. We just creating content, man. I'm looking at these charts. I was gonna go over some of my charts with y'all. So far this week, I'm 2-1 on the week. I didn't trade Monday. I traded Tuesday, took an L Wednesday, and I took profit yesterday on Thursday. So now we going into, today is Friday. We got Friday session. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at for the week. So over here on my channel, my real name is Isaiah. Obviously, FitZay365 on all platforms here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, FitZay365. I work out live. I post daily fitness content, daily inspiration, daily motivation. And, I'm a day trader too. So I come on here. I'm almost at 10 likes. Let's go. I day trade too. Let's go. Everybody like, man. Everybody like. Everybody hit that sub. Share the video. Go look at my videos. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep growing. Let's keep growing. Um, yeah, I day trade too. You know, I day trade, and I like to show y'all the charts too. I like to give y'all a little bit of free game, man. Free education. Break it down, let y'all see what I'm looking at. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna break down my trades. You just liked. I appreciate you. Let's go. We had 9 likes. We had 9 likes. It's going good, Carter. Everything is going good, man. Going great. I'm doing great. Blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Another thing too, I just thought about when people be trying to troll and hate, I could just tell that they weak-minded people. When you try to troll and hate and poke a person that's strong-minded, you never gonna win. You never gonna win. Never. I've already been through too much. I've been through a lot. I done lost people to the streets. I done lost people, passing away, jail, close family members around me. I done been in real life situations myself that I've overcame. You know what I'm saying? Like real life or death situations that I've overcame. You know what I mean? Like, so really nothing that anybody can say on the internet can tear me down. Do I have a wife or kids? I have a fiance and I have kids. So I'm gonna be married soon. I don't know exactly when yet. I don't have a date, but I'm gonna be married soon and I have kids, yes. I have some beautiful children, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for sure, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Do you have any kids or anything? You got a wife, husband? I don't know who you are. Are you a man, a woman? Who are you? How old are you? Yeah, you can't tear a real one down, man. You can't bring a real one down. It don't work like that. You could try, but it don't work like that. Like I said, if I was weak-minded, maybe you could bring me down. But if I've been through too much. I've been through too much real life situations to just get brought down. You 8, you a boy, okay. Shout out to you, little bro. Where you from? I have my daughter. You in 3rd grade? Okay. I have a daughter. She's 9. She's going to 4th grade. So you a little younger than my daughter, my oldest daughter. Y'all kids be on YouTube, man. The kids, the younger generation, y'all love YouTube. Y'all young kids love the YouTube. It's crazy because when I'm on live, well, you a boy though, but when I'm on live, my kids, Ben V's World, what's up? You from Los Angeles? Okay, that's what's up, bro. Um, yeah, my kids, they be wanting to watch other little videos on YouTube. They don't be on my, they watch my videos, but they don't be. Bed Wars, okay, what's up, man? Yeah, my kids, they watch my videos, but they be wanting to watch other videos and stuff like that. So, when I be seeing little kids on these videos, 8 years old, stuff like that, that'd be cool. Let's go, man. I hope y'all having a great night. We not working out right now. No workout right now. I did it live last night. We was doing some push-ups, but right now we just networking. I'm 11 going into the 6th grade. Okay, that's what's up, bro. I remember when I was in 6th grade. I remember 3rd grade and I remember 6th grade. 6th grade was probably like 2000. What? You said you 11? What year was I 11? Uh, I probably was 2008. I probably was like 11 in like 2008. That's what's up though, man. 11 years old. What do you want to be when you grow up? When you grown, what you want to be? You too, music and videos. You going into the third grade. I know you still young, but what do you want to be when you get older one day? What y'all want to be when y'all grow up? I'm gonna talk to y'all, man. I'm talking to the youth right now. We talking to the younger generation. Sheriff's department. Okay. So you want to be a police? You want to be a police? Yeah, a cop. Nothing wrong with that though, man. You could be whatever you want to be, bro. You could be whatever you want to be in this world. Long as you stay focused, long as you stay focused, you stay out of trouble, and you know you do the right things, you could be anything that you want to be. But you have to stay focused, you have to stay out of trouble, and you have to do the right things. And you could be anything. You could be anything in this world. I want to be a teacher, a McDonald's worker. Okay, okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna tell you like I tell my daughter, cause you said you 8 years old. You going? You in the? Let me see. Did you say you was in or going? Let me see. You said you were in the third grade. I'm gonna tell you like I tell my daughter. I mean, everybody's life is different. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the goal, you know what I'm saying, really isn't to work for somebody. You know. So at 8 years old, you obviously probably don't even understand that. But maybe one day it'll resonate with you, you know. But really, the goal is to work for yourself, bro. Not everybody could be, you know, a boss, but at the same time, though, you know, if you work for McDonald's, you only gonna make how much McDonald's tells you that you're worth. So if that's $10 an hour, they only gonna give you $10 an hour. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, they're telling you when you have to be there, when you can leave, when you can go on break, when you can take vacation. You know, so the goal is really to have a skill to where you can eat, you know, by yourself in the world. You know, you can make money for yourself. Legally though, legally, everything legal. You nice too, man. You nice too, bro. Hopefully you listening and hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. It's nothing too complicated. What I'm telling you basically is to, you know, you want to have a business. You know, whether you should want to be, I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but YouTube, you could be a YouTuber, you can cut hair, you could be a barber and cut hair, and you could work for yourself. You don't have to, you nobody's gonna tell you what to do if you cutting hair. You're your own boss. You know what I mean? He said, I'll never forget your words. That's what's up, man. Like I said, you don't want to work for anybody else. You don't want somebody. Working a job is like going to school. So you know how your teacher tells you you have to do this test, you have to do this homework, you have to be here at class at this time, you get to leave at this time, you get to go to lunch at this. That's like working a job, but you getting paid, and it's not gonna be enough. That's a job basically. So you want to try to develop something, create something of your own. So when you grow up, you work for yourself and not having to work for somebody else. That's free game, man. Free game to the youngins out there. If you can understand what I'm saying, that's free game to the youngins. And when I was your age, nobody was telling me that. I never had an idea, never knew anything like that when I was your age. Nothing. All I knew was play basketball. I'm trying to make it to the league. That's all I knew when I was in third grade. When I was in sixth grade, go to the try to make it to the league. Play basketball every single day. Try to make it to the league. That was my goal. That was my dream until I got grown, and then I had to realize that you gotta figure something out. Do I have a job or is this my job? Content creation is my job. I day trade. I create content here, YouTube. I always mix them up, but I create content. I have fitness challenges, fitness ebooks. I day trade in the stock market. I long term invest. You know, so I'm an entrepreneur. I have work though. Don't get me wrong. I've worked. If you go to some of my older lives, I was at work on live, but you know, I'm chasing my passion, man. Chasing my goals, my dreams. You know, and my dreams isn't to be under somebody else's foot. You know what I mean? My dreams is to create generational wealth for my family. I'm playing football today was my first day tackling. That's what's up, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's what's up. That's good news, bro. I'm gonna show y'all these charts real quick, man. Let me put y'all onto the charts real fast so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I'm gonna show y'all my losses from Tuesday. And no, not Tuesday. I took profit Tuesday. I'm gonna show y'all my loss from yesterday. I'm gonna show y'all the profit I took from Tuesday. I'm gonna show y'all the loss I took yesterday. And I'm gonna show y'all how I took profit yesterday. Okay. So now we got the charts pulled up. So y'all could also do stuff like this too. So if you have extra money, you could work you a job, get you a little job, put some money to put your money in the account, and then you could start trading to make even more money. Then you don't have to work your job. But anyways, so this was Tuesday. We pushed up here, pre-market high. We pushed down, rejected. You know what I'm saying? We had this pre-market high resistance right here. When we opened up, we basically failed this high. This was Tuesday's price action. I'm explaining to y'all how I caught my trade. I was in from 10, no, this is 15. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. My bad, y'all. Okay. So I was in at 10:21 and I got out at 10:36. So like I said, I'm gonna show y'all what I was watching. I knew from the previous day, Monday, we had support down here. If I zoom in, you can see this long line right here. That's a wick. And essentially that just means that price pushed down. They sold it down in this candle in this 5 minutes. Let me show y'all. So in this 5-minute candle, right here, hold on. Right here, it basically sold off. They pushed the candle down, seller stepped in, and then they bought it up, and the candle closed all the way up there. So that's like a bullet sign, you know, it's strength down here, it's buyers sitting down here. And this yellow line going across the screen, that's my VWAP. So price pretty much pushed down under VWAP, and then buyers stepped in, closed it back right here. You know, so I was watching this support level right here from Monday. This low of this wick, I was watching that going into Tuesday. So that was my support level. I was anticipating a bounce somewhere around this support. I was anticipating a bounce, and that's pretty much what it did. It never really held this level. It didn't. It tried to retest, you know, failed to retest, and then it ended up bouncing. But I got in at 10:21. So once we failed pre-market high right here and we started pushing lower, I could have entered a little bit sooner, but the way that I like to trade, I don't like to take my trades before the 200 moving average, because I've lost a lot of money trying to anticipate the move too early, and then it'll just go against me. So I try to wait for it to get under, try to push back into that 200, and then show signs of weakness, and then I'll try to enter and catch a continuation. And then with us holding under the moving averages, you know, the blue line and this little orange line, we was holding under the moving averages, which was also indicating an intraday downtrend. Holding under the VWAP, you know, so I got in my put at 10:21. So I waited, it flushed right here, bearish engulfing. We rejected this 200. The red line right here is that 200 moving average. We rejected the 200 moving average, and then we started to move lower. I entered right here in this 10:20 candle, and I held it until right here. I got out right here in this candle. So I got in right here, 10:20. I got out right here, about 10:36 in this low somewhere. And I could have held it play a little bit longer. I got out here, I could have held it down here. But like I said, if I zoom out, I was watching the low from from Tuesday. Monday, I'm sorry. I was watching that low from Monday. So once I entered, the low was right here. Once I entered right here in this 10:20, and I was targeting, so we got in right here, this first candle next to this green candle. So once I entered right there, I was watching this low, you know, as my take profit. So once we got like right here, that's when I just took profit. I'm like, we right there by the target. You know what I'm saying? I could have got it one more candle, two more candles, but I'm like, we right there. I ain't being greedy. I'm going to just take profit. You know what I'm saying? Got out with some profit right there. And then I'm going to show you how I got cooked on Wednesday, which was really a simple mistake. And I could tell y'all what I could have did right. So if I would have been watching that same support level from Monday, we had the support from Monday. Let me get y'all to focus a little bit. He said, I have to go night. All right, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, little bro. But have a good night, man. So if I was watching the same support, we had support right there. We held up right here. We never really closed underneath the support to continue lower. So we bounced. We didn't hold that level. And then let's go into yesterday. Pre-market, we was a little choppy. When this wasn't yesterday, this was Wednesday. We was a little choppy, and then we sold off. And I'm gonna show y'all. I was waiting, being patient, because we opened up like right around this 200 in May. And like I was telling y'all, I don't like to trade it until we get clear direction on where we going. So it opened up a little choppy. We pushed into pre-market high, which was right here. And this is Wednesday, y'all. If you could tell the date right here. Wednesday the 6th, August 20, 2025. So we chopped up a little bit in pre-market. It opened up. We rejected that pre-market high, and it pushed down. See right here, I could have took my put sooner. I could have took the put sooner because that's what I grabbed this day was a put, and that's why I ended up taking a little L. But I was in profit though. Like I ended up waiting. I could have got in here and just caught that whole little move, but it was right here, this 200, these moving averages. I didn't want to take this pullback, get in a put, and then it holds these moving averages and bounce against me. So I waited for us to get under all of that moving averages, VWAP, 200 and everything. Then I took the bearish engulfing, and I'm looking at it at almost like it's really not like a bear flag, but I was just looking for more of a continuation down, with the strong volume kicking in right here. You could see volume right here was a little bit lower, but we increased right here, and we just didn't get the move that I was looking for. And I should have kept my stop tighter. I should have stopped out like right about here, because I entered right here somewhere towards the low of this candle. I probably seen at least maybe 10%, but it start hesitating, and I didn't get out soon enough. And yeah, it just went against me, and I just was holding a little bit too long. So I really should have just boom, put my stop there, and just waited. You know what I'm saying? Long as it didn't break, we'd have went. I'd have took profit on that one. But that's part of the game. And then let's go to yesterday, Thursday's price action. How much money have I made since 2020? I mean, I've made some bread. I've lost some money and I've made some money, man. So boom, pre-market high right here. This pre-market action. This is after hours. So this is the normal trading session in here. This is after hours. This is pre-market, and then this is back into the normal session. Pre-market high, we rejected the pre-market high, and then it was a lot of selling today. I got in right here. Like I said, I don't like to get in before we show confirmation of this 200 and stuff. So once we rejected, I could have got in here at 10 o'clock and just rolled it all the way down, got out. But I've seen it come here, hold this level, and then like the moving average and then bounce. So I like to wait. So once we push through, and then we picked up right here, bearish engulfing with the volume was a little bit lower. But once we had this bearish engulfing right here, I entered, and my stop was this 200. That was my stop. If we broke above this 200, I was out no matter what. But as you can see, we broke down in the candle that I got into, bearish engulfing. We formed like a small bear flag. You can see we kissed the 200 with a wick. Kissed that 200 right here. So I was pretty much about to stop out, but we held this 200 and we pushed lower, and I got out at 11:15. So if we go to 11:15, that's like right in here, but I got out at these lows. I got out right before it reversed for real. So I got in here at 10:20, 10:21 I think it was, and then I sold at the lows down here. So it was a good play from here all the way down here. You know what I'm saying? Nice continuation. We held under these movement averages right here. We under the 200 movement average, this red line. We under VWAP. So everything is bearish right here. This is bearish. There ain't really no reason to see this chart and to think I should get in the call unless you want to lose your money. But looking at this, unless you're just trying to fight the trend is your friend, man. You know what I'm I'm saying? You just gotta ride that trend out. Sometimes it could be a little I don't want to say nerve wracking, but like it's like when you know that your play is in effect and it could play out, but it's hesitating or they, a little choppy with it and stuff, but it's playing out, you kind of be like, man, I'm just ready for my play to work out and be done for the day. It'll be one of those. Now I'm gonna show y'all. Now I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at for tomorrow. I got a couple different scenarios. We're gonna see how it play out. So we're gonna go down top-down analysis real quick. This is gonna be the last thing I show y'all, then I'm gonna get out of here for the night. It's 1:23 in the morning. So I drew this uptrend line earlier. This is the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour, we had one touch right here. We had another touch right here. So, it's clear prices obviously, clearly going up. You know what I mean? We sold off, went up. It's making higher lows. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. We possibly could make another higher high. If we could get maybe another touch, probably could get another higher high. Let's break it down though. We're gonna go top down from the 4-hour. Let's go to that 1-hour. Now look at the trend line that I drew from that 4-hour. Look how clean they touching it. One tap. We didn't come down yet. 2 taps. Soon as we touch that trend again for the second time, little push. Now I'm thinking possibly if we could touch one more time, we could break through. You know what I mean? And I feel like it kind of looks like a bull, not a bull flag, but it looks like a double bottom to me. And I'll show y'all a double bottom. Niggas dying for attention. This the double bottom right here. So boom, one touch of support. This looks like a W. Second touch, and then you see what it do. Now let me show y'all this. Hold on. Let's go, let's go. Boom, hold on. So now y'all see it. Look at these charts. We got the sell-off right here. Boom, you see it? We got the sell-off. We got the little pop-up, Now, if we could get another little sell-off into this trend line, that could be the pop that we need for the continuation. And another thing on top of that, I'm at 11 likes. It says we at 10 right now. But another thing, too, is that we're in the uptrend. So, with that thesis that I have and us being in the uptrend, it could always play out either way, but I think it looked like it's gonna try to possibly go up. We just gotta see how it's gonna react at that resistance. Do I play Roblox or Fortnite? No, I don't play games, bro. I used to play games, but when I was growing up, we played Grand Theft Auto, we played Def Jam, we played Call of Duty, we played, what else? We played Madden, we played Street Ball, just different games and stuff like that. But I never played Roblox or Fortnite a day in my life. I know the kids is big on Roblox and stuff. I was showing my daughter Roblox on the stock market. I seen a video, some lady was saying like, she was saying like instead of her daughter playing Roblox, she was teaching her how to trade it. I think that's big, man. That's important. It's so crazy how the internet is so different these days. Well, it's really just, everything's going to improve. But, when I was a kid, man, you wasn't just opening we didn't really have, I ain't going to say we didn't have phones, but not everybody was using a cell phone, especially younger, at a younger age. But like these days, you could literally just watch a video and change your, it could change your perspective of life. You know what I mean? Just watching the video, watching the right video, reading the right book, all of that could really just change your whole perspective on life, especially if you don't have any mentors or anybody that's telling you things or how to move or, you know what I'm saying? All it takes is for one little thing to just wake you up. You wake up and, you be locked in. Let's go, man. Everybody that's on here, I appreciate you. We got a couple people on here that's cool with me though, man. I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm on the road to 1K. It seems like it's been taking. It feel like it's been taking a while for me to get to 1K on YouTube. It's been a journey. I'm a great dad. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. It seems like it's been taking a while to hit 1K. But, you know, with that being said, I've been on here for 45 minutes. I said I was going to do 15 minutes. So I gave y'all extra 30. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I gained some value from the charts and everything that I was showing y'all, my plays. Um, you know, I'm live on here often. I haven't been going that much live, you know what I'm saying, being that consistent, but I'm going to pick it back up, man. I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to stay locked in, man. If I know y'all rocking with me, you know, I'm here, man, for sure. We're going to keep grinding, man, keep pushing, you know, and just keep working. You don't give up on your dreams either, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to give up, but you never give up on your dreams either. You know, stay safe out there. Make sure you hit that sub. I'll be back on tomorrow, you know, and I'll catch you on the next live, man. Y'all